good, YouTube? If you're new, like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to my channel. Today what I got for y'all is a little mini scheme out of this gun cluster HP Strong. And as you see, this is a one tight end, 3 receivers, 1 running back personnel. I like to have, you know, straight 10 personnel, 4 receivers and a running back. The way you do that is just see the packages at the bottom, just scroll over to your left till it says 4 wide receivers, and you should be good to go. This is how I set up my audibles. You know, I'm gonna go through a couple of plays, you know, so y'all can see how I set up my audibles. Usually I come out in either Z spot or mesh post, depending on what my opponent is really running. But a lot of the time I'll come out in this play spacing, just to see, you know, what my opponent comes out in. You feel me? I'm gonna just give them random plays so I can show you this. No matter what, I can't really, I don't know what defense they're in. You feel me? But when I get into the beaters, I'm gonna show you, you know, which defense. But I always like to come out and just running back will this. This is just a very good zone beating concept. See, you have your out route. I just like to do that to see what defense they're in, and then I move off that. Now the first play I'm gonna talk about is this flanker drive. You can really run this stock. I'm running stock first and show you your reads. The post break wide open over the middle. Possession catch that. I'm gonna run it again. Just stop. No adjustments. Man coverage. I'm taking my drag. That's why I really like to use the Eagles. You know, that's my favorite team in real life, and they have some fast receivers. Alright, so you see, running this stock, you gonna have a couple reads. Sometimes I can even hit this dig. As you see, I get pressure there. But this is the way I like to run it. I like to have my reads more exact. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, I like to smart route this post. See, he breaks at a shorter angle so he gets deeper over time. And I like to streak or fade circle. Now my read is this. Square is going to get over top of any flat zone. And this is really just a clear out. This streak is a clear out any deep zone. I have a running back swing route, which usually widens any cloud flat, any type of flat, leaving this X little, you see this little stop route. He's going to get open in most zones. I always go to my this guy right here because I know he's always in a soft spot. And then I always have the dig breaking over the middle because it's in a nice sweet spot. You know, even if somebody's doing zone drops, say they have their curl flats at like 0 or 5 and their cloud flats at like 20, 25, he's going to break in between that range where I can always throw him. And usually the user always runs with that. So I'm going to just show you how my read goes. You see, I see man coverage. This dig route is very good against man coverage. Also that post. Stop and go. That post, especially having somebody like D-Jax, he has good high run running. Here, I'm clearly seeing the blitz, so what I would do is just block my running back, run it just like this, and I'm going to try to hit square over top. You see, he beats him. I threw it too early, that's my fault. That was like a man buzz concept, so he actually matched, but again, this looks like man coverage to me again. Or this might be cover 2, but I'm going to try to run it. Yeah, this is some type of cover 2. I would have had my post. But as you see, this is a very good just base play. Especially like this. I'm going to try to hit this stop. You see, he's going to be right there in a wide open zone. That's easy 5 yards. You can turn it upfield. I usually get like 10 yards of pop off that play alone. And you know, that makes them respect the short routes. You feel me? That makes them, they're going to really start respecting the short routes. Now, the next play is post dig, which is essentially the same type of concept as flanker drive. You have that dig route, you have that post route, routes. The only difference is you have this wheel route and this zig. Now, these two work together because this wheel route usually takes any flat zone, no matter how low they have them. He takes them up enough to where this zig comes out and you can easily hit another 5 yards. I like to have my running back on this in route, clear out any short zone or any flat zone on the left side of the field, opening up this dig. I also smart route square just in case he does break over the middle and does get open. But I like to hit my zig route pretty good against man coverage. As he just ran into Devin Bush that time. That really doesn't happen, but you know, it's Madden, so you never really know what Madden. And cover 2, right over top. I read that Fulgham not the fastest, but you know he's taking that to the crib. That's a very good cover 2 beater unless unless they're using zone drops, then I'm taking my zig every time. So again, I'll run this again. This looks like a man blitz or a cover 2 blitz. This was a man blitz. And I hit my post. You see, if you notice, the player that was man, if you're looking at man coverage, right? This is a very good man coverage play. When I see man coverage, I go to this, I smart route this. I like the zig. It's not really a normal zig. It goes in a little bit. Alright, so I'll show you. This is a normal zig route. You see how he doesn't even go past that yellow line, that this dig route. But this zig route goes all the way inside and then it breaks out. It gives you way more space, even if they have a curl flat out there. But if I see man coverage, this route by Fulgham, I would put him on like a drag, something going to clear the post, because that will route in the post do end up meeting at some point. This not man coverage, but I'm taking my zig. Terrible throw. But you know, if you don't really know what coverage they're in, always take the short routes. Clearly a cover 3 look. I can show you this play. Clearly a cover 3 look. I forgot to put my running back. You see, wide open. This is a very good zone beating offense, and you just can mix up any type of adjustment. You can wheel your running back flat. No, not wheel your running back. I put him on an air route flat like this and try to clear out this wheel route. You feel me? This looks like man coverage. I'm hoping this not good setup versus man, and of course it is man. But my post is wide open, but TJ Watt. That's just Madden. TJ Watt just screamed. Hopefully they run his zone here so I can show you. This also looks like man coverage. It's like a man blitz. So I'll do something like this. If it's not, taking my drag. Easy 7 yards right there. I'm trying to show you this running back wheel. This like a man. So sometimes what I do, not running back wheel, tight end. This wheel by the Fulgham receiver, sometimes he does get open for certain type of zones, because you know how flat wheel concepts work. Throw ball that inside, easy yardage right there. It's a whole bunch of ways that you can just mix it up, destroy zone. The next play is this post curls. Post curls I like for a couple of different reasons. This post right here, it's almost like a mesh post, but it's a sharper post. If you notice the break, and it destroys man coverage. It does very good in zone. This curl route by D-Jax isn't a normal curl. He breaks back to the ball better, in my opinion, than like a regular curl route. And the first setup that I like to do is just drag triangle. Usually this will take any flat zone on the left side, leaving this curl to be open. And if the curl's not open and the flat's not open, 9 times out of 10 this post will be, unless his user's there. And if his user takes this curl route by Fulgham, you see it's like a wheel and stop. This gets into another soft spot in most zones. Now this looks like a blitz look. Alright, so that was a bluff blitz. Your post wide open. You see that underneath any deep zone, turn the field, you know, Marky's going fast. And that curl pull down any underneath zone, you feel me? So again, this is the first setup. Just drag him. You see, I see my flat open, you know. I'm gonna take that, that's easy, that a couple of yardage, you feel me? I'll run it again. Look at that. Look at that curl wide open in the middle of the zones. This offense just destroys zone coverage. You have to run some type of zone man concept. You have to be really good to stop this. I'm gonna try to hit Fulgham, even though X is wide open. That's my fault. Always take your first read. Always, if you see somebody open, throw it right away. Don't try to wait. See, this a 3-year look. But do not try to wait, because once you try to wait and up man coverage, low ball that. Once you try to wait, you feel me? You read. If you try to wait for a certain receiver and you miss your first read, say squares wide open, and you're trying to look for X. That's what I was trying to do to show y'all how he gets into a nice soft spot in most zones. Then you just sometimes end up getting nothing. You see triangle wide open, take your read, easy turn of field. Flats are very good this year, so take your drags, take your check downs, turn of field, make them respect that, and then go over top. So now what I'm about to do, before I get into the beaters, I'm gonna just go over a couple plays that weren't in my audibles. So PA read, this is a good cover 3 beating play. Mesh post, y'all all know how mesh post is really good, but this also destroys cover 2. I'm gonna get into that. Z spot also beats cover 3. Y'all probably already know how to beat that out of cover 3. Just looking at the play, y'all already know how good verticals is. Also, this screen is a very good screen. But yeah, what I'm about to do is I'm gonna just show you verticals versus random play. This is how I like to set up verticals. I just put them on the in route as a check down. If the user runs with R1, X should be open. Look at that low ball that. You already know how wheel routes and stuff like that works. Or you can do something like this. Have him on an out route, drag circle. See, I got pressure. The Steelers pressure go crazy. I don't know. I don't know why I just picked the Steelers. But it's whatever. I had a touchdown. I had 2 touchdowns. But they blitzed. That's my fault. That's why I mean verticals is like deep. This is what I use for like when I need something really deep and I'll try to hit this crosser. But it's not something that I go to a lot. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is man coverage. Running back destroys man coverage. But that's a fast linebacker, but he's still gonna destroy man coverage. But y'all already know how verticals and stuff pretty much work. So now what I'm about to do is get into how to beat every coverage out of this. So let's start off with a cover 2. Now for cover 2, you can pick either of these mesh or mesh post plays. Either one works, or the one I showed you earlier with post dig. But that's harder. I like to use mesh post. So I'm gonna do a random cover 2. I hit random defense. That's my fault. Make sure they run cover 2. So again, the play is mesh post or mesh. Random cover 2. And for this, you want the ball on the right hash, and you want your cluster on the short side of the field. Now you're looking at this play, you're probably thinking, X is probably the one to be cover 2, which is your right. All you want to do is streak square. Usually I keep R1 on this route, but sometimes I just like to drag him to make sure he does get across the field as a check down. And you're going to see Fulgham's going to get wide open in between that sweet spot between the cover 2. Pass lead that outside, try to get a swerve. Fulgham's 87 speed. Now the only reason why I have him in there is because he's this is one of my favorite receivers. He destroyed the Steelers. But again, just streak D-Jacks. If you have somebody faster here, it's 1 play touchdown every time. Fulgham, he's not the fastest, but let's see if he can get there. How's me? You feel me? Then this is every time, no matter what cover 2, no matter what zone drops. Usually what I do if I'm facing a lot of cover 2, I try to save this play. It's best because I have Fulgham. I like to run this in the end zone. That time he did get deeper, but that's because I didn't have that drag route to pull underneath. That's my fault. Because sometimes the normal one does like stop in the middle of the field, and you see easy yardage every time versus cover 2. And if somebody's sticking in cover 2, I'm just gonna stick in this play. I got a lot of different dots, but if you run this play a couple of times, the user's gonna start try to get over there. So the user's gonna see the motion and they're gonna try to run over there, and then I'm gonna try to show you another read that you can make. Say the user takes away Fulgham or this route. 9 times out of 10, this little post right there, right in between that mid read and that hook. So again, it's a setup. One last time for y'all. I'm gonna try to hit Fulgham. But I see that post does get open in the middle of a cover 2. That time Fulgham got bumped. Now if he gets bumped and you see how he gets outside of that cover 2 corner, do not throw the ball. If you see him get bumped like that, do not throw the ball. You're gonna have no success. So again, he kind of got bumped, but that's why I like to have that little check down route open the middle. This route by Rager. You see how he's that option to keep going or stop. When he stops over the middle, even if you're using that, they're not going to anticipate the stop. But you see, Fulgham wide open, easy yardage, faster receiver could get there faster, turn the field. But let's get into cover 3. So, as you see, versus cover 3, set up like this. Now you don't know which safety is rolling down. If you don't know which safety is rolling down, I recommend just keeping this post. I like to motion them out, and I'll do something like this because the safety will, you know, have to play the post. But you can hit this post right there because if that safety is on the left side, he has to respect that and get back to that deep. So again, if you don't know which safety is coming down, just run this just like this, and you just look at the safety. You see the left safety's over there. Easy dot. Nothing you can do about it. He has to use it. If he does, you know, you got your flood concept on the left side of the field, on the wide side of the field. Now this time, because I know where the safety is, I can run it just like this, where I have a check down as my running back. And as you see, one play score, easy. You want your fast receiver there. You know, D-Jax is not as fast as a good one, but he's fast. You know, Eagles got a nice little plethora of fast receivers. Now I don't know where the middle third is. So at the snap, all right, he's on this side. So I know that I have my beater. Again, one play score, and I'm gonna get into cover 4. Now the play you want to beat cover 4 is really, you can use Z spot and just do it like this, motion him out. What I like to do is do this concept, slant set, flat, and do it like this. Z spot to me just takes a little longer. You see, he does get over top, but you really need high end speed for that. The play that I would go to is this play right here. Post dig, I'll just drag X. You can do it just like this, and I like to double team the guy that I know is blitzing, the outer guy that I know is blitzing. So you can run it like this, and it will work. This is versus cover 4 drop, not cover 4 match. Do not get confused. You know, just pass lead that outside, right over top of that outside quarter. That's my fault. I should have pass lead it diagonal up. That's how you really want to do it. You don't want to do it flat. If you do it flat, I mean, you want to get over top. But for the one play touchdown, 100%, you want to throw it kind of at an angle, like this. That's perfect. That's exactly how you want it. Wentz only has 90 throw power, so he does have no high-end throw power either. You don't need extremely high throw power. Now, if you wanted to get even more open, instead of doing it just like this, you want R1 on a hitch. So it's no deep routes. You know, you have that post breaking over top. That time he did stop. I don't know why, but I recommend if you're going with cover 4 drop. I mean, I have, you know, multiple beaters out of other formations in my playbook for cover 4 drop, but this is the way that I would throw it. Just like that, over top. And now let's get into a cover 4 match. Now against cover 4 palms, match coverage. It's kind of hard to do it straight like this, like with with your running back on this side, because the way that zone concepts are, like match coverage, because there's 4 threats over here, they play like a spot cover 4 drop. So like I can just run like a concept like this every time. It's just, you know, Madden being Madden. But if you want to beat it for a one play touchdown, you need somebody fast at this #1 receiver spot. And all you want to do is call the play post dig or flank or drive. Both of them have this post. Motion him over, put X on the drag, and just run it just like this. You want to see lob pass. I got hit, so it's a little underthrown, but you see he gets right over top of every deep zone out there. So again, I'm gonna run it again. So the setup is just drag X, motion your running back, just like this. Hopefully I don't get pressured. Lob pass, throw that out there. Now you need somebody fast out there to burn him. But I've done this with like a 90 speed guy. So you don't need like 95 speed that D-Jax has. It just helps. You know, speed always helps. You feel me? So just like this. Lob pass that out there. And easy one play touchdown. Now, versus quarters, I haven't really run into nobody running quarters, so I might do a test real quick to see if this concept still beats quarters. Of course, you still have your zone beating concepts. There's a whole bunch of different concepts against quarters that you can run. So let's just do a cover 4 quarters look, and I'm gonna come out in the post dig. I'm gonna do the exact same setup. Let's see if it works. We looking at this lab together. You feel me? Oh well, he does get over top. It's a little bit of a different throw, and you have to wait to the zones manipulate. So what happens is, I'm motioning the wrong guy. So what happened just now was the 2 safeties passed off, but because of how fast Djax is, they're not gonna be able to pass this off effectively. So you see, he passes the dig off, and then he tries to recover. I get hit as I throw that, so that's why that's a pick. But to beat cover for quarters, the same thing works, the same concept. So just motion him over, X on a drag. Throw that out there. Now you definitely need speed for this one because the safety does match. He just is the speed is outmatching. He matches too late to be able to catch up and make up on the ball. But most people, especially if you're using mud, this should work. I haven't really tried it in mud. I don't really mess with mud as much as I did last year due to how much pay to win it is, you feel me? But that's all I got for y'all today. Stay up, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.